What's going on, football fans? It's your host, Bad Takes, with Bad Takes in Football, back with another video for you. Gonna dive into the Super Bowl, but before I do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're building an awesome community where we talk everything NFL football. I'll be here during the offseason as well, so please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure to like and comment on this video. What do you think about the Super Bowl last night? Was that an exciting game or was it a bust? Let's dive into today's video. The Seattle Seahawks met the New England Patriots for the Super Bowl in Levi Stadium, and the Seahawks won this game 29-13, and this was a game that it wasn't even close from the beginning. Most of this game was just defensive dominated. I'm talking about on both sides. In the first half, the score was 9-0. Seattle was the only team that was able to get into scoring range, and they were able to do that 3 times, which allotted for those 9 points they got in the first half. Drake Maye seemed to be running for his life the entire game. Drake Maye was sacked 6 times, but it might as well have been 16 times. He was under pressure constantly. It didn't even matter which side it was coming from. Will Campbell was probably getting the most heat for what happened last night in the game, but again, it was also coming from the other side as well. Drake Maye was sacked, fumbled in the fourth quarter, and that came from his right side. And so again, that was an example of this defense was coming from every single direction. They were throwing blitz after blitz after blitz, and so were the Patriots. The Patriots were only successfully able to get to Sam Darnold 1 time in this game, but Darnold was feeling pressure throughout the game. He had a lot of poise. He was making a lot of pretty tough throws. He wasn't always on the mark. Cooper Kupp had 12 targets in this game with 6 receptions. And then Jackson Smith-Njigba, he had 10 targets and only caught 4 balls. So again, there was some accuracy issues from Sam Darnold, but again, a lot of that came from the fact that the Patriots were pressuring Darnold pretty heavily. On top of that, the cornerbacks for the Patriots also were having a pretty solid game. Christian Gonzalez himself probably stopped at least 2 touchdowns just on his own from broken down passes. Drake Maye threw for 252 yards. He had 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions this game. I think he is the easy scapegoat for why this team struggled in this game. But honestly, for me, one of the most obvious struggles that the Patriots had were the fact that they couldn't even run the ball. Drake Maye was the leading rusher for the Patriots in this game. He carried the ball 5 times for 37 yards. When you compare that to Ramondre Stevenson, their actual starting running back, Ramondre Stevenson had 7 carries for 23 yards. In total, they ran for 79 yards. So 252 passing yards and then 79 rushing yards. I don't care who you are, that is not going to be able to beat this Seattle Seahawks team. Sam Darnold, he just barely cracked the 200 mark. He threw for 202 yards. Again, he had 1 touchdown in this game. He connected with A.J. Barner in the corner of the end zone. That's what really sealed this game. But really, the MVP of this game was Kenneth Walker, the running back for the Seahawks. Kenneth Walker carried the ball 27 times in this game. 27 times. We're talking about the Super Bowl. He's played in 19 other games before this. That is a very tough task this late in the season. He carried the ball, again, 27 times for 135 yards, and he was named the MVP of this game. Now, again, it was 9-0 going into the second half. The Seahawks were able to put up another 3 points pretty early on in the third quarter. And then from there, it just seemed like it was an easy win for this Seahawks team. They were up 12, and there was no signs of hope that this Patriots team were ever going to be able to put points up on the board. The Seahawks caused Drake Maye to fumble on a sack, and that was ran back for a touchdown. And Drake Maye actually came back and responded right away. He connected with Mac Hollins on a really deep pass for a touchdown, and that actually put the first points up on the board for this Patriots team. They were able to get 1 more touchdown up, but again, this was in garbage time. The Seattle Seahawks were already counting down the clock as to when they were going to win that Super Bowl. And Mike Macdonald, in his second year as the head coach for the Seattle Seahawks, is an NFL Super Bowl winning head coach. That is an amazing feat just 2 years into being a head coach. On top of that, you have to give your flowers to Sam Darnold. Again, the journey that he's been on in order to get to where he is, you have to be happy for someone like that. He kept positive. Everyone continued to doubt him, thinking he was going to have a bad game in the playoffs, and that was going to send the Seahawks team packing. But they played a great game. Sam Darnold included. There were several times where he could have been sacked, could have caused a turnover, made a bad play, and he kept his poise. He kept his head down the field, and he gave his wide receivers opportunities. Now, here's the sad part, Bad Takes fans. We are now done with football, especially regular season football, until September. We have 7 months until we have our next football game. And I, for one, am one of those people that are really depressed right now. Again, I'm going to have a fun filled, content packed offseason. We're going to be talking about free agency, the draft, head coaches, what teams were flops, which teams are on the rise, you name it. Tell me what you think I should be making my next video about in the comments. That's it for me today. Thank you again for watching. This is Bad Takes with Bad Takes in Football, signing out.